Flames Nation, what's up? We took a little bit of a break last week, a well-needed break. I was a little bit sick. Mark had some stuff going on, but we are back here in the Oodle Noodle studio, and we have one hell of a guest with us today.
Oh, thank you.
Who is it?
Who is it?
Yeah, introduce me, please.
You want me to introduce you? Do you want to introduce
I introduced
yourself?
you already in the show, so you introduce me now.
Should I do it the way that?
Yeah, please.
Okay, now okay. Calgary's sweetheart.
Oh,
the official voice of the Calgary Wranglers.
Sure.
Friend, partner, lover, fan of hockey. I might propose to you. Lyle Peterman, everybody. We're so happy to have you here in the Oodle Noodle studio here in Marble Loop.
Thank you.
How you feeling today?
Good. I'm repping Calgary's best team right now.
Yeah.
Say that. Got my nation citizen hat on, so it's feeling pretty good.
You're ready to rock. I'm excited to have you here.
Yeah, we're on the verge of playoff season for Wranglers hockey, so it's getting exciting. 2 home games left, and then I think a Calder Cup run.
Really?
Just saying that.
We're spanking right now. It's great.
I don't know what the term wagon is, but I think we are a wagon. I'm pretty sure is what the young kids say. And judging by our young staff up top, I think that's what we are right now. Mark, what's
I could be completely wrong, but I think I know the wagon. It means like jump on, load up. Like, okay, well, you're full. Like, load up, jump on the wagon, let's go.
I can't keep up with half of the slang that goes on. I'm gonna be so honest. I'm like, I don't know. We won the game. Like,
we have a big W on our jerseys, so I feel like we are a wagon. Like a 76 win percentage. That's pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie.
I think the city is gonna shift. Like, we're looking at it right now. Flames are. Let's call a spade here. Like, it's not likely.
Not looking too bright for us, which is okay.
But we've talked about on past shows that last year with the run that the Stockton Heat went on, it's not like you're booking tickets to go down to Stockton to watch the team. No. Now they're right in our backyard.
Yeah, and we're seeing like the crowds grow steadily. You know, we were probably averaging 4,000 to 6,000 in the last couple of weeks. It's been 6,000 to 8,000, and I think it's
going
gonna
up
grow.
From there. Yeah.
People have found out about us. A lot of look at this way. A lot of people didn't know what the AHL was in Alberta.
Yeah.
Never had a team here. The closest it was like Abbotsford. When the Flames were there for a bit.
Abbotsford Heat.
So it's like introducing a new team, introducing a complete new league to a fan base, and then saying, "Oh, by the way, there's 35 home dates a month in the Dome. So pick your true. Like, what do you want to do?" It's gonna be good. I was also told I get a Calder Cup ring if we win, so I'm really banking on that.
What? You were told you get a ring?
Again, this is between me and
are you the favorite around the Dome? Because I don't get any of this news.
Well, you gotta hang out with the hockey guys sometimes, but
like I'm not around you guys enough. Oh my gosh, I'm hurt. I'm gonna have
wear
words.
that ring everywhere.
I got
that ring? Oh, it's my Calder Cup ring.
I got a ring AJHL one with Brooks. How's the marketing?
That's cool.
Brooks flipping bandits. Jeepers.
I got
You know what? If you have to smell that town for that many years, you deserve a ring.
Listen, I dated somebody from that town. I deserve a ring at this point.
You deserve a ring.
I deserve a ring. Good Lord. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I think the playoff run will be good. They're so well poised. Wolf and Net. Man,
he's great.
He's great.
Yeah.
Give him time to develop. Rush him.
Yeah, we got a lot of debates on the big show on Barnburn and whatnot about just throw him in the fire right now. But like, really, like, I don't know. I just don't want to you put him in there and he doesn't succeed, and then this and that. Like, if you look at like something like I know my stats, guys like Jonathan Quick and even Markstrom, they played in the AHL for a very long time before coming up, like 4, 5, 6 years sometimes. So,
my opinion, let him win a cup. Or go for a cup. Let him come back on a team that might lose a couple good players, face a few more shots next year, face some adversity. Like, take your time with him,
especially being in Calgary too.
There's gonna be a lot of earn those stripes, right? Yeah. Like, I mean, he is definitely like proving himself lately for sure. But like, he's got to be hungry for it, you know.
He's such a fun goalie to watch, though. His rituals, is like
the
whole water bottle routine after the jump thing he does.
Yeah, I love the jump.
Oh, it's all fun to watch, but. I think with the Wranglers being here, they're going to get so much more pressure from this fan base because they're going to see these players every time on Twitter now. A good game, it's like, call him up, call this guy up.
Yeah.
Sutter sucks. Yeah. And you're like, just stop. It's a development program.
Well, now it's the reverse. Now it's the reverse. Everyone wants Pelche and Dewar sent back down.
Yeah.
Because if the Flames are going to not make a run, who is going to make a run?
Yeah.
So send them down. Let them do that.
Well,
again.
I think they can still, right? Like
They can,
It's
yeah,
a
they
matter
can.
they put them back on the right deadline, so I think we can load up for the playoffs.
You can load up. You can't have Coronado. That's the only thing.
That's fine.
He's NHL entry, so
That's okay.
That's
We don't need him for this wagon.
I think we're doing just fine. We're doing just fine right now. You
It's
know,
gonna be tight. Coachella Valley also like playing great hockey, so it's gonna be right down. It's kind of the AJ where you get that first round bye in the playoffs, right? So
you get a bye in the AHL.
So
That's right.
It's big to finish first.
Yeah.
So they're actually playing for something. They clinched like a month ago or
Yeah.
something.
Oh yeah. I knew
They've
that.
been in the playoffs forever, but to get that first 3-game bye, anything can happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a tough series to play. So I'm happy we're not going to have
because not all the series are 7, right?
No, it's 3 and then 2 5s and then 2 7s.
Yeah,
I think is how it works.
I think so. Yeah.
so it just means more time for you and me at the Dome.
More time. We could get this. The last year the Calder Cup was handed out end of June.
I don't know if I can do. Oh my gosh.
Oh, you can.
Yeah.
And you will.
The thing is, I love being at the Dome and I love hockey, but I haven't taken a vacation in years. And so I was like, okay, end of April, I'm gonna take a vacation. I'm very excited. And I get the email today. Everybody's gearing up. Like,
Yeah.
Block your calendar out. I'm like, I'm not gonna be here.
I'm also taking a vacation.
At
the
so
end of May.
who's your fill-in then?
I don't know. Maybe Beasley. He might not have a job. I don't know. Come
You
end
know,
of
that
May.
is true. That is true.
That's
He
if,
might
if the
come-
Flames are playing end of May. That's incredible. So I will be happy with anything.
That'll be
Maybe I'll even cancel my vacation.
be a Christmas miracle if
Yeah.
we're playing at the end of
Just
May.
kidding. I'm not canceling. We're going to Spain and it's gonna be awesome. But it's 10 days. I'm hoping that maybe there's just like we're on the road. There's only 1 or 2 games I miss.
Yeah,
Maybe
totally.
we swept a series. It's a break. I can dream.
We'll be fine. I think we'll be able to get our taste of playoffs and our vacations. So
Absolutely.
it should be fine. Maybe we should get into like how you and me started our lovely friendship here, and now we're real tight. Like we see each other so much these days.
I mean, it started before hockey.
Way before
Yeah,
hockey.
okay. I thought you were alluding to that or something.
No,
Okay.
it's way before hockey.
You tell me, where did it start?
It was
how far back
Not
do we
So
go
Silent
here?
Night.
There we go. Yeah, 5 years ago then.
Yeah.
So we do a charity concert every year for Not in My City, my husband and I, and we raise funds for human trafficking and sexual exploitation.
Okay.
Our branch charity. In the first year, our whole goal was a Christmas concert and to give a voice to local artists, but also raise money for a cool cause. And
Okay.
we started at Trolley 5 thinking,
Sweet.
let's sell out the bar that we got married in, and like we love live
Yeah.
music in the city. And Michela was one of our first show, our part of the first show, right?
I believe so.
You were.
It was
for sure.
it was either the first or the second.
No, because second year went virtual, so you
I
were
was part of that one
first.
too.
Yeah, but you were part of the live one first.
Yeah. No, and it's such an amazing event and it's so fun, and I hope you guys do it for forever and ever.
We're entering year 5.
Yeah.
Plug December 7th.
Yeah.
December 7th.
We've moved it to the Petroleum Club now for the last couple of years,
Yep.
and by this year we'll raise over 100,000
Wow.
for this charity. So it's been a cool initiative. The biggest thing has been meeting the Calgary artists, though. Like
Yeah.
if you look at our lineup over the years, Nashville North lineup, like it's so tied and tied. We've had the prime Calgary artists lineup have been there, including you.
Totally. Oh, thanks.
Just meeting so many cool people. This
you.
city has a cool music scene. If you don't
Does,
already
yeah.
know.
Yeah, no,
Look 'em
it,
up.
You
it
know,
really
yeah.
does. And I think that even so, like we've kind of been more so, I'd say like distant friends, like through Not So Silent Night and all these years, and it's grown and grown and grown.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden this year we were like,
Well, when I
Well,
got the
holy
role, you were the
crap.
first person I texted.
You were, yeah.
Guess what?
yeah, I was like, we're working together. This is so fun.
Yeah.
So tell me a bit more about your process into getting into announcing
PA
and the
announcing.
the Canucks
Yeah.
and all that stuff too.
Okay, well, leave Canucks out for just a brief second, but I was the kid growing up that wanted to be a PA announcer, quite literally, going to hockey rinks, the Flames games, and I don't think every kid dreams of that. I'll be honest. And maybe you might think about it, but you don't think of a legitimate path to get there. So it was grade 6, going back to 2001, I guess 2002, in Olds, Alberta. We were asked to do a dream job project, or you could find a job shadow. And everyone kind of picked a plumber, an electrician, their dad, their uncle. And I emailed Ken King, rest in peace. And he got back to me and said, Beasley says yes, call in, we'll book you a game. So called in, got into a game, needed a little bit of extension for the project, but came on up, and he took me from like pregame, the meeting an hour and a half early, all the way till the end after 3 stars. I did an interview with him, and that was a pretty cool experience.
So all the way since grade 6. Hey,
Yeah.
that's so amazing.
So then I idolized Beasley. Every game I
Yeah.
just listened to what he would do and loved it. And went back home, started volunteering for anything I could say yes to for on the mic. Ultimately became the PA for the Olds Grizzlies AJ team, the Olds Broncos and different sports, college, Innisfail Eagles, Sutter's AAA team, did that, did various provincials. I said yes to every minor hockey team that needed it. And I just kind of kept going and moved to Calgary with not even one off season. Got a nudge to apply for a Calgary Canucks broadcasting role. Never broadcasted, but went out, tried out for it. They welcomed me with open arms there, and kind of kept doing that. It's been 7 years. And then before you know it, someone nudged me to apply for this Wranglers role and put my name in, sent in a demo tape, which I'd never done before, and heard nothing back, and then heard you're shortlisted, and then heard nothing back. And I thought, okay, I didn't get it. So I kind of stopped thinking about it. But then September, like mid-September, I got a call from Steve, our boss, and he was like,
Yeah.
do you want it? It's yours. I'm like, yes.
You're like, absolutely.
He's like, do you want to check the schedule? I'm like, nope.
No.
I'll make
You're like,
it
I
work.
already actually know it. So
I'm in. And yeah, that's where it was. So I got to go job shadow Beasley again for the NHL playoffs.
Legit
to learn
this time.
to actually learn what I'm doing. Right.
I think I remember was I at the game that you were at?
Yeah, you were
When you were shadowing. I remember that.
I
Yeah.
think George didn't want to do that preseason game or something. And
Yeah.
you were there, and I was so excited. But
I was like, what are you doing here?
that's actually when I told you. Maybe I didn't even text you, but that's when I told you.
Yeah.
So Beasley, I'm sure he didn't remember me at all from this, but I told him the story, and then that was his story to tell. So he just told everyone he saw that day, this is Lyle. And like 21 years ago, he was with me, and now he's here in the same chair. And he was just so pumped about
It's
it.
so beautiful. It's bringing a tear to my eye.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so nice.
So that's it. And it's been a fun season.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
that's
so
good.
between junior hockey and that, it's just staying involved in hockey. When I was a kid, probably thought it was like a full-time role. Like that's what
yeah. Oh yeah.
PA announcer's a role, but it's just a part-time thing you do for fun.
Yeah.
Everyone has a real career, so
And your real career for all the lovely people listening.
I'm a real estate agent.
He's a real estate agent. So if you want to sell your house, hit up.
You need to
Lyle
find me.
Peterman.
It's very easy.
You're
So,
on bus benches. and-
Everything leads to one URL. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when
Yeah,
I
no,
need
it's
to
awesome.
move because I live in Airdrie and I come here.
Yeah, I'd be offended if you don't reach out. Man.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Also, Mark and I go way back.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're talking about you met Lyle 5 years ago. I probably met
Way
Lyle
before.
20 years ago.
Well,
So I vaguely remember the Beasley thing from grade 6 because I think I
you were-
just
yeah.
moved. I like that next year or something like that, but I do vaguely remember that it's kind of coming back to me.
Trivia
now.
question: what's the last team we played together on called?
Some, I want to say something like was it the one with the not the banana jerseys? You remember
No,
those
We're
ones?
the SO Tigers.
Oh yeah, the SO Tigers. That's right. I was thinking,
I
remember
have
we
a
had
weird
those
memory.
yellow jerseys?
I can
Like,
forget things. Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
those. I
and
can remember
then-
things like yesterday, but I can't forget the fact that Mark and I
Yeah.
played in the SO Tigers.
SO Tigers.
that's
and
so
then-
funny.
His dad was the coach.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think there was one year that maybe we wore Avalanche jerseys or
There
something.
was
like that.
too,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think we wore like yellow
Timbits
jerseys. and-
Avalanche. one.
Yeah, and like I think everyone laughed at us and called us bananas, and then like my dad was like, no. And the next year, and I think that would have been like prime like Sakic, Forsberg, Patrick Waugh year. So he went out and got us Avalanche jerseys, and then we were the coolest kids.
Yeah. Oh, the good old days. He played
Yeah.
in some novice tournament in this fail. I remember that.
Yeah,
That's all I
that's,
remember.
yeah, that's when you're a kid, you're grinding, you're playing a lot of games like that. Like even
Yeah.
my kids are too young right now, but it's Boomer and Pinder, their kids are that age too, where they're in the rinks every single weekend. So
And your dad was a great coach, but an animated coach. I
yeah,
remember
he's
him,
still
Still
animated
is?
today.
That's
Like I
awesome.
think he's probably a toned down version of Daryl Sutter, I would
Oh
say.
my gosh.
Very animated coach. And yeah, I don't know if you were there either, but my brother did play for the Grizzlies. I don't know if you were.
Yeah, I
announcing
do
at the
remember that.
time. Like you played there like maybe a year and a
I
half.
think I was the mascot then, though.
you were Griswold.
I was Griswold for
Hold on,
6
hold
years.
on.
Yeah.
You have yet to tell me that you've had mascot experience.
Oh, me and I can't say his name, but our version of our mascot talk about this all the time. How do you not hear
Really?
this? Yeah.
This is news to me. Where am I for these conversations?
So when you want to get involved with an organization, your dream
You
role is
gotta
not
do
always
everything, yeah.
available.
you
So
have to climb.
you got to get in there first. So I was the mascot for like quite a few seasons.
Oh yeah.
And
you love
I
it?
loved it. Yeah.
Well, that's like you wouldn't know, but it's like Alberta Junior Hockey League. That's almost an iconic mascot. Like,
He's been around.
It has not changed. Yeah,
he's gross too in terms of like. Even when I was
The
in him, he
suit.
was gross, and I can't imagine what he's like now.
Yeah, I can't. Like, I don't know how you like. Did you get super hot in there? Like I did.
Yep.
When I was working for the Brooks Bandits in the AHL, we did a. It's funny. I should find the video and show you. It's, we did a prank where I put on the mascot suit.
I saw that.
You did?
Yeah.
And Cale McCarr was actually one of the guys too. And I just was a disaster. Like I was walking through the shots, I was kicking things over, I was hitting them and stuff, and like they were like, is this mascot doing? But so hot.
Yeah.
And I was in it for 20 minutes.
I would need to shower every time.
Yeah.
He'd sweat.
Yeah.
And then I learned like there's like something like 8 Harvey costumes they can alternate to dry out and clean. And there was only one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And if I didn't dry him properly, he was wet the next game. I put him on, which is not a pleasant experience.
All the kids that would hug you would be like, "Why is he damp?"
Yeah, it's weird. And then in the small town, of course, all the kids want to know who is Griswold. So then you have to like fight them off and try and hide getting into the dressing room and now, but that's what kind of ruined it in the end. Once everyone knew, you're like, all right, it's not fun anymore.
Yeah.
It's no more.
Because they started addressing you like, "Hey,
Start
Lyle."
calling you by your first name. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know, the mystery is it's
all about mystery.
It's a cool thing, and I mean, at the Dome, it's so protected. The mystery behind the mascots.
Also, I didn't have a handler. I didn't have like a shower room to go to.
So you had to like swat kids away like on your own.
I had like a thing underneath the stairs in a storage room to get ready.
I think I know what you're talking about. That
even a closet.
But I'm just gonna say this, I can't get in trouble now. It was the beer storage closets. Definitely was cracking those.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
Mascot with that Will Ferrell Blades of Glory boozing under the mascot.
Oh, when he's the wizard or something. Yeah.
There were some games where you're like, you just needed to. Some rough hockey.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
That's so funny. And then we've got our wonderful Wranglers wrecking crew.
Yeah.
We hang out with every single game.
They've made this so much fun, haven't they?
Yeah, no, seriously. Like I mean, dare I say this? I almost love coming to Wranglers games a bit more than Flames games. Just maybe a little bit, just because we have such like a tight like bond with the people who worked there, and it's like it's so fun. And our ritual is we'll go to our pregame like little meeting for all the production stuff going on. We go have dinner in the cafeteria. We shoot the shit. We talk about things that we probably shouldn't.
Nothing is off topic.
Nothing is off topic there. We are an HR nightmare. And then we go off and do our thing, and
we're not an HR nightmare because we keep it very enclosed. It's just our.
Oh yeah, like we can whisper.
Yeah,
is this like a click? Like
we've been made fun of.
I think we're the mean girls of the Saddle Dome.
To
be
honest. Sometimes
like
people will see us walking down, and they'll be like, "What the hell's going on here?"
Or like the kitchen staff will follow us because they want dates from all you girls, and like.
The kitchen staff.
There's some drama that goes on around the Dome, and it's so fun to keep up with. Like some of the ushers, they get in on the drama. Like
I stay away from all that.
You're just like a lovely bystander. You're like, I just want to hear the tea. Like
bring me in. The Meg says the same thing about it. She's like, she's filling in for some Flames games.
Yeah.
She's like, it's not as fun.
Well, we were talking about this earlier. It's a tighter ship. At the Flames games for obvious reasons, you know, like
should be.
Yeah, but like
I can't wait to get aboard that ship. I'm just saying.
I know we're waiting for you, and I mean I'm still like even like half on, half off that ship, right? But no, it's a tighter ship, which makes sense. But we're nice and like loose and free down here at Wranglers games.
Do you think it's going to get more intense when the Dome's sold out for playoffs? Are we all going to change? Are we all going to change our attitudes and be like?
No, I don't think we'll need to change our attitudes.
The guys in charge are so great that.
Yeah, they're wonderful, and it's I hope more people come out to these Wrangler games and get to witness our shenanigans, because we're pretty visible when we're over there in the Zamboni entrance too, so it's good.
And I've had some people ask too, like, do you think the Wranglers will stay? Will it work in Calgary? Will they look for a different market? And I think it will stay. Like
it's working pretty good.
There's too many efficiencies in having the team here. From a player development standpoint, and it's such a different price point too. They're $21 tickets in the lower bowl. It's
the kids have so much fun too,
huge.
Right?
Minor hockey is huge. Like they're getting involved a lot, and all the experiences they do. Some games will have a team on the bench, then a team to the flag.
There's
and
up
then
to
a team
5
on the blue line.
Wow,
and then 4 teams will scrimmage. It's a lot.
Up to 5 whole freaking teams passing through our workspace. It's like
a lot of kids' days that you're making.
They're
all
a lot.
part of the show, right? So it's cool that way.
And they love it though. Like, and I always feel bad because you've got the parents that line up kind of trying to look down the Zamboni entrance, trying to snap pictures of their kids. And I'm always trying to dodge, be like, I'm so sorry. I know you don't want a picture of me right now. Like, no, it's great. And I love our Wranglers family. And I think it's only going to get better. And we're going to be hanging out more because yay playoffs. So
yay playoffs.
Yay playoffs.
This is only year 1, right? Like, there's a long way to go with this thing. Like,
the Wranglers fandom starts now.
It is.
Like,
I mean, the hype was there at the start of the year with the jersey announcement, merch announcement, stuff like that too. Like, I'm sure eventually down the line they're probably going to introduce a black jersey or something like that.
It's in the works.
I figured it would be in the works.
And we've got they've teased our mascot that's coming. We don't even know what it looks like.
Yeah,
kind of do, but we're not going to say it.
Yeah,
kind of. But I mean, visually,
I don't think it's finished yet, to be honest.
All we've seen is just the actual teasers that are out online right now.
Okay, so you haven't seen more.
Like we press hard. We're like, come on, give me more. And they're like, I'm sorry, we literally can't.
Like, is it supposed to drop in the playoffs, or is this next year thing?
Friday 1:30.
Oh wow, okay,
Good
for the team.
And I thought I was going to be at that game, and I totally forgot that it was a 1:30 game, and now I can't be there
on a Friday.
Yeah, it's hockey hooky. It's actually like sold out in the lower bowl.
So what the hell?
Yeah,
cancel Rob Kershaw on Friday and go to the game.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, do the show from the game. No.
and for those who haven't been, like, it's a full Flames production.
Yeah, I figured.
Start to finish, they just copy it. For a lot of the games, I was actually having to watch myself saying Flames because it was literally the same script.
Well, it feels the same, right? Like,
and it's a great bang for your buck, entertainment wise. They usually have like happy hour specials the entire game, cheaper food for kids. It's a good deal.
And the kids are like the rowdiest. It's so funny because whenever there's a fight, you can hear them be like, either like fight, or like kick his ass. And I'm like, good Lord, children, like what's going on?
How many times when the make the noise things come up on the power ring in a Flames game, no one does anything in the regular season.
I know. And then
you put those up, it screams of children.
Yeah. Well, I think that the children, like the kids are the biggest draw because like there's only one, maybe 2 Flames games a year that are at 1 or 2 p.m. on a weekend or whatever. I got kids, but they're really young, so their attention span might be really short. So you don't want to go spend $100 a seat at a Flames game at a 2 p.m. game, and they only last a period and a half. Now, if you're buying a $21 ticket to a Wranglers game and they only want to watch a period and then do a lap around the concourse and go, it's no sweat. Right?
Well, and we've got like really fun theme nights. I don't know. Like the Star Wars night. I mean, my inner child was fully on display that night, right? But fun dress up opportunities, and we're talking a lot about the kids. Like, it's pretty fulfilling for the adults too. Like, I see some guys get pretty rowdy at the Wranglers games. It's fun.
They're building their own fan base right now. You can start to see more and more Wranglers jerseys, more and more consistent faces who are like, hey, those are true fans now. It's fun to watch. It's how else do you build a fan base in one season, right? It helps to win.
It helps to win. Yeah, the fact that they're winning, they need to go on a deep playoff run. Yeah, the fact that there has been a little bit of controversy with some of these guys getting called up and sent down, like a guy like Matthew Phillips, they probably you want to root for him more because he got called up and played like 10 minutes in 4 games and got sent back down. Now he's lighting it up, right?
And then when he got sent back down, he went on a bit of a cold snap there.
Yeah,
now he's heating back up.
Well, it's the NHL paychecks. It's not the same, and we get all these guys being like in the comments being like, oh yeah, they don't want the NHL to sit there in the press box. Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah. Like, it's still fun to travel with these guys and go to dinners and go, to Chicago and New York and this kind of stuff. And then then you go back down the minors, and it's not the same thing.
And it's like, womp womp.
Yeah, it's not quite the same thing, but it's not like he's traveling back to Stockton, California. He's just
that's another advantage of having them here too, right in the same arena. These guys, they've already played in the dome. They're learning the ice conditions, the way the bounces, the way the boards bounce. There's a lot to that too. Yeah, there's 10,000 more people at a Flames game, but doesn't really change the actual sport.
No, it doesn't, but it's way more than the Stockton guys are used to. Like, I think Stockton was like 2,000 to 1,500.
I heard there was 1,500 they were averaging at the end there, even during the playoffs.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, which
we've never had that. So think our lowest crowd was 3,600 or something.
Yeah, it's usually,
been good.
you know, on the slow nights, it's still fairly, you know, there's some energy there.
Yeah.
And I think, like, I mean, me as a performer, you know, it's easy to say about these guys, like, oh, like having the crowd there doesn't impact things. It sure does. It sometimes puts a little fire under your ass to, you know, when you hear the noise, you feel the energy, and it's like, yeah, like it hypes you up, right?
I'm just a PA announcer, but it hypes me up. Even
Yeah.
8,000 to 3,000, it makes a difference in how you want
For
to
sure it does.
you
Yeah.
want to punch Wranglers when they come out.
Yeah.
Or a goal, right?
Oh yeah.
If you announce a big goal and no one cheers, it's pretty deflating. You're like, okay, I'm gonna lay off next one. But
Yeah.
when you hear even 7,000 screaming kids after it, you want to keep going.
Sure.
Yeah,
That's
no,
a really good way to
it's
look at
great.
it. Yeah.
And then tonight we've got the Pride game tonight against LA Kings, and I'm very, very excited. Those jerseys,
So
when I
nice.
tell you I would sell my left arm for one of those jerseys.
They are nice. I didn't even read all the descriptions of what, like, there's so much going on.
Yeah.
It's
there's a
very
lot going on there.
intricate, right?
Yeah.
And I haven't read any of that either. I do know that the design was created by a local LGBTQ artist, which I think is just so wonderful. And I think her name is Megan. Did a fantastic job. It's just like visually just very stunning to look at. And I've seen some of the other ones and they're also very cool. But I think ours wins.
Yeah, I mean, it's so easy to mail it in, right? And just
Yeah.
be like,
Yeah.
hey, here's
Slap
our
the
logo,
rainbow on,
stick
like
a rainbow, done.
Yeah.
But they put some thought into it there, and I'll give the Flames full credit for that.
Yeah. Lots of love was put into that one.
I like the white. Like it seems like everything they've done is in black.
Yeah.
So it's nice that they've done white.
Something to pop. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a warm-up jersey in the end, but I don't know. I've had so many thoughts about these. Are we getting into Pride Night here?
Let's do it. Let's get into Pride Night.
It's important. I think personally, it's not something that, how do I say this? I feel, I'm full disclosure, married to a guy. We call ourselves sports gays though. So like
sports gays.
Yeah. Which, just meaning like we love sports, and we feel very welcome by those communities, and always have. And I probably don't know as much as I should about the struggles of some of the community that's being represented.
Yeah.
Sure.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually had a chat with Steve, our boss, about this. And I said, listen, I feel very welcome, but this is important that you do this for those who maybe don't. And I look at it this way: when you look at the Flames and they tweet their new logo of their Pride logo, and there's 5,000 likes and a bunch of retweets, don't go in the comment section.
Yeah, just don't even look.
It's a dangerous place. I used to do that, like, 5-6 years ago, and I was a lot less comfortable and thinking I was looking for validation from the comment section. Don't do it.
No.
These are one follower losers who are like, my favorite comments, like, I am 25 year season ticket holder, not today. And you're like, look them up. They're one follower from Cincinnati. You're like, you're not a Flame season ticket holder.
Well, and like I had a conversation with Steve about this too, and it's like I am not from the community, but I am a very proud ally, and it's something that means a lot to me. And having conversations with friends and with you, and it's like it does mean a lot, whether it's Black History Month or it's our Indigenous celebration or our Pride Night. People can roll their eyes at it all they want, but the little kids watching that who identify with both being a sports fan and as part of those communities now have a safe place to go, you know what, like, I feel welcome here. And if somebody's going to be in the comments and say something crappy, it's like, think about that kid who's looking up to these players and our organization, right? Like, why wouldn't you want that person to feel welcome in this space? Because it is a wonderful place to be, and it's fun and it's lively, and like, sports are great. So,
and we know how welcoming CSEC is when you're in there, from the staff and everyone, how diverse the back end crew is.
Yeah.
But if you're just a kid at home, you don't know the Flames approve of you or your lifestyle or what you think you might be coming into. So just to see that little act of changing their logo for one game makes a big difference.
Yeah. And
that's really all it has to end. Being gay or being part of that community is not political. It's not the left. It's not being woke. It's just being accepting. If it wasn't needed, it wouldn't exist.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
That's why it's there. It's one game. I'm always amazed how many grown men get so butthurt over that, but it's fine.
Yeah.
It's like, breathe. Like, we're not changing the entire sport.
Yeah.
It's not going to be rainbows all year round, but like it is, I feel like it is necessary. And like,
yeah,
you know, it goes back to it. If you're really that upset about it, you must have a really boring life, you know? Like,
it's the same guys every year who come back to the comment section for that same initiative, right? So you're like, get a life.
They're like,
move
keep
on.
politics out of it. I'm like, keep politics out of it? Really?
Yeah.
You like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm very passionate about this, but
yeah, and everyone gets tempted to go into the comment section and you start rebuttaling. It's not worth it. Just stay out.
No.
Stay out.
No.
Look at the total impact, and it's like this many people like it, approve it. These players, the organization stands behind multiple communities in this city, and I can't say enough good things about what CSEC does. Yeah.
No, they really they truly support
yeah
all of these initiatives, and I know that so much love and care goes into these celebrations, and for them to be done properly, right? Like we were talking about the Indigenous celebration, and you know, there was a bit of a lull there where we didn't have a land acknowledgement, and I remember talking to my bosses and being like, I hope that it's something that they're working on. But the thing is, they could have just slapped something together and thrown it up the next day, but they didn't. They took time and effort to do it correctly and to do it with love and with care. And
can I say something that's kind of funny about that? In a very Calgary moment,
of course,
when the land acknowledgement was supposed to play last game, Fishing in the Dark came on.
At the
Wranglers
game? It was an accident. We were like, we're not singing along right now. Hold on.
So we love our Jumbotron crew is amazing. They do great work down there. But they had that loaded up, and when it was supposed to be the land acknowledgement, you and me going Fishing in the Dark came
it was
on.
that guitar
to sing along. But it was just like, isn't that Calgary of us? But no, the video is great. I think they've nailed that as well.
Totally.
They took some heat over being the last team.
Yeah.
But here's how I always went on the defense of, and I don't always just defend CSEC blindly, but the actual work they do with the communities around Calgary and the Treaty 7 communities is beyond acknowledging at a hockey game. Like they've been doing that for years. And the Flames
Foundation too, like, and all of that goes into it. And I mean, for me, I didn't even forgive me, I didn't realize that we weren't doing the land acknowledgement. It just like, I had also never seen a game outside of the dome. So and then somebody mentioned it, and I read an article, and I was like, you know, we probably should, right? Like and I felt bad for being like, holy crap.
And they fixed it.
They did. And they did it so well.
They did a great job. It looks great. But yeah, you looked on social media and everyone's like, oh, well, the Flames are horrible for not doing that. And you're like, but look what they actually do. Like, meaningful work is there.
Totally.
And our fan base, we have a ton of Treaty 7 citizens who are I dropped citizens in there. Who are huge Flames fans. Like the Flames have been intertwined in this community for a long time. So I'm happy it's there now. It looks great.
It does.
It's a really cool way to start a game.
It gives me a nice time to go and like stand and set up before I'm about to sing, instead of like having that awkward silence. So I'm down. I'm down for all of that, right?
I liked it too. They our Flames one is, I think it's the same for the Flames and the Wranglers, but it's very showing the scenery around the Calgary. And I just think these guys in AHL, for example, have to look at that video and go, man, Calgary's cool.
You're pretty cool.
When you're stuck in Henderson or something like that, right? Or Bakersfield. You must just wish you were playing.
Come
Wranglers
on down
hockey.
to Calgary. We're pretty all right. You know? Oh my gosh. No, it's we got a good thing going on, whether it's, you know, Wranglers, Flames, Pride Night, all that stuff. I think that a lot of amazing stuff is coming out of our sports organizations as a whole, right? And it's only up from here.
Yeah.
I'm trying my best to be like, let's get some more pizzazz put into this Pride celebration. You want pride? We can give you pride.
We're not just see how year one goes. And,
totally.
Right. Like just see how it goes. And I'm sure they're not afraid of what's going to
This
happen.
isn't it's not year one, right? This is
did they done a Pride Night?
Why don't they do the night, or they just done the
just
acknowledgement during Pride Month, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think this is the first time they've worn jerseys in war. I could be wrong, but
I've seen the logo change on the website.
Or maybe if they've done like tape or something.
Yeah, I think that's they probably have done tape. Yeah, they probably have done tape. But I think they're just taking a next level up each year, and I think this will be kind of the biggest stepping stone to something.
And also,
different.
I just think in terms of entertainment value, it gives you something different, right?
Well, man, there are so many Flames games in a year they have to fill with entertainment. Like,
yeah.
all about bringing in more entertainment. I mean, I love the Red Corner, the live music they bring in.
Yep.
Do more of that. Do more theme nights. Expose the fan base to.
Let's do
to
a
more
Harry
and more.
Potter night. Like, let's do something weird. You know?
Guardian
There are other-
Leviosa.
Yeah.
There are other NHL teams that do Star Wars nights and they do Disney nights or whatever. Like the Flames just don't do it. I don't know.
It's a lot to do with the licensing. I asked
Yeah.
those questions too, and they were like, "Well, it's a lot of approval that needs to
Did
go."
we have licensing for the Star Wars night?
We did.
Oh, cool.
All the way from Lucasfilms.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But you would think that the Roughnecks get it, the Wranglers get it. Why couldn't the Flames get it?
I think it's because they don't necessarily need to like push ticket sales as strong.
Yeah.
Wow.
They-
Maybe after this
No.
year.
Well, they don't need that extra kind of draw too, and like we said, some of these theme nights are directed a bit more to the kids, and that's cool. And well, the kids and me, because I'm like, come on, Star Wars, let's go.
Yeah.
But no, it's
You were like a
good.
kid in a candy store that night.
I was running around getting pictures with all the droids. Like it's
Here's the thing,
It's a
you
good
guys,
time.
I envy you. We have our pregame meal and dinner, and we're all buddy, and then I go up to the catwalk and I never see you guys again. It's sad.
I know.
But
No, but we have
you
a group
have-
chat.
You have way more fun down there, and I'm just hanging over the ice, way up in the rafters, not
With
enjoying
Dawson.
this stuff.
Just literally
With
watching us
Dawson,
have-
who's a
have
gem,
fun.
by the way. If he
Huh?
listens to this, who's
Oh,
a gem.
He
by the
is.
way.
He is wonderful.
Yes. But yeah, no, it's cool entertainment. I mean, teams that need that kind of stuff, the AHL,
Yeah.
Hitman, Roughnecks, the Canucks. I'm gonna throw that one in there again.
Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah. You can do like, I don't know if you can go full out in the AJ and do Disney nights and stuff like that, but
No, the budgets are tough.
yeah.
Mhm.
Well, not when you're Brooks. But.
Not when you're Brooks. I've heard that they're even tightening the belt a little bit.
I'm
the
sure
last
they
couple
would,
years.
especially
It's tough.
after COVID and
yeah.
stuff like that. But I was there in prime years where Cale McCarr was there. And guys
What
were
was
selling.
your experience in Brooks like?
It was good. Like in terms of like the hockey team was really well. Like it's almost like it's kind of a weird comparison. It'd be like
it's
the
an
Toronto
elite-
Maple Leafs.
oh,
of
it's
the
an elite
NHL.
program.
They have everything. The rink is a mini NHL rink. They get the best players.
Yeah.
Maybe some of the recruitment tactics are a little different than other teams, but
Do you
No,
want to say those tactics?
no.
Joking.
People can experience that for themselves.
yeah. But it's a different thing going from living in Calgary to living in Brooks, even a little bit different than I guess even Olds a little bit. It might be comparable, I guess, but it was a different experience going to a small city where that's all they have. They don't have like they had a baseball team like the Okotoks Dog style, but that's all they have, and that team is just bred to win. So it's
Just
just
the
like
Okotoks dog style.
Dogs, yeah.
yes.
At Seaman Stadium.
I didn't know the what's the Heritage? What's the league called?
I don't know. I
Yeah,
just
Heritage League. Or
Wanted to
whatever.
go back to the fact that
Yeah.
Okotoks dog style.
Well, I did.
At Seaman Stadium,
Yeah.
too.
Hey, he was a philanthropist who gave a lot of
Yeah.
money to name
Yeah.
that
Hey,
Hey,
stadium.
I go to Dogs games. They're a riot. Their
Yeah.
margaritas are great.
I've heard that stadium's unreal.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Do you know what I went to last year? The Sylvan Lake Gulls one.
Yeah, I heard that one's even
Pretty
better.
little ballpark too.
Yeah, I did hear that.
I have
one's
nothing to
better.
compare it to, but I liked it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I kept
used-
going,
yeah.
sounds. And okay,
That was
I-
pretty good. I'm not
yeah,
gonna
well,
lie.
I was practicing, and the ump blew a call.
Yeah.
I did the whole get off your knees, ump. You're blowing the game.
Oh no.
It was like the first time Sylvan Lakes heard that.
Yeah.
Everyone clapped
a
and
hero?
turned around and laughed, and I was like, "You guys, I did not make that
You're
up."
like, that's
Like,
pretty basic shit. But
anyways,
I used to work for not the Cannons, but the Calgary Vipers. I don't know if you
cool.
remember
I
the
remember going to
Vipers.
Cannons games as a kid with my
Similar,
dad.
yeah. So they went from
Yeah.
the Cannons to the Vipers, and it's kind of the same thing that Lyle was saying. Like, you take any job that you can, and I was taking camera, like editing, production school at SAIT or whatever, and got offered an opportunity to do some camera work with them. And it was the year that I don't know if you know this name, but Jose Canseco
I was there.
played for some team in Arizona. And like, if you know where that ballpark is in Calgary, like how it's situated to McMahon,
Yeah,
he was hitting baseballs into McMahon that far
and
away.
that's not a shallow field. either.
No, and like that's and like
Right.
he's just like he's 50 and he looks like he's still juiced to the gills. And like I was way up at the top, so my camera was following it, and it's a lot harder than it looks to follow a
baseball.
home,
Yeah.
like you're like tracking it. And then the one time I really remember this, I was stuck out the window up at the top. Guy hits it, wasn't consent, fouls it, and it's coming right towards me. And like I can't pull back and look around like that. So the production guy's here, he's like, Mark, don't move. And I'm like this, and it flew right over my head and stuck in the wall. $50 again.
What kind of wall was this?
Probably like the one behind you. Like it was.
Yeah.
But then
luckily you got the camera in front of your face, so at least the money is
I'm
a
like,
little
are you like
protected.
sacrifice the camera shot or my face? Like, what do you want here? Like, I was ready
Neither
to
of those things are good options.
drop the camera, and then a couple years later they folded, and I don't think there's anything been in that stadium ever since. Like, it looks condemned.
It does look condemned. It's like a bunch of seats are falling.
You drive
out
past it, and the walls.
I go to a lot of Stamps games as a season ticket holder.
Yeah,
and I see like minor league teams playing in there and stuff.
Yeah,
but I do miss that ball in Calgary.
Yeah, I know Okotoks isn't a far drive, but again,
yeah, come visit. God, like
myself that lives in Airdrie, it's not the easiest thing to drive out there. But
listen, I grew up in Olds, which is like Okotoks North, and I have no desire to leave the city for sports. Like, there's too much to do here.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Okay, but there's plenty to do in Okotoks. Did you ever see those ads that Okotoks did? I think it was like, there's lots of things to do here. And I'll have to find it, but that was the best we could come up with. So there's so many.
It sounds as fun as the Experience Regina ad campaign.
Experience Regina. Yeah, that was money. I loved that campaign. That was great.
I've been to Regina one time in my life, and we sang that.
Did you
the
experience
entire time?
it?
Yeah, we sang that song everywhere. We were gonna make a song or like a video about it, but just never did. Because
how long ago was that? That was.
I was in high school for sure, because I remember seeing that like in middle school or something. Because we were making fun of that a long time ago. So it had to be the early thousands.
I really want to know what these ad campaigns are like, what the discussions are like when they put these things together. You know what I mean? Yeah, we will experience Regina. That's what we're gonna do.
I heard they've gotten in trouble for that recently too. So, anyways,
good lord.
When did you leave Olds, Mark? I can't remember.
Like maybe like 2002, right. I think. So my dad's a banker, so he got shuffled around quite a bit. So we went and spent like a year up in Edmonton just for about a year. And then it was only a year, and then I moved to Red Deer. But I spent quite a while in Red Deer, like almost 9 years.
Back before the internet or phones. Yeah. It's like we're being good friends, and then all of a sudden you're gone.
Yeah, that was the thing. It was just.
But it's like, well, I guess once you're in Red Deer, you're gone.
Yeah, it's not. It's like there's
no way of communicating.
Group chats like.
You call the landline.
Yeah. That's not even a joke. Yeah, like you call the landline.
Mark left Olds. He's dead now. That was pretty much.
And look at you now.
But the funny thing is, when I went to Red Deer, after that 1 year in Edmonton, I went to Red Deer. There was a bunch of people from Olds that came to Red Deer that we went to school with.
College wise?
No, like
moved to Red Deer.
Like moved to Red Deer, and I was in the same class.
They were dead to me too.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm not aging myself or anything. I never had a cell phone in high school. Never.
No,
never. I don't know.
I got my first cell phone in grade 9, but
no,
that's
I got mine the summer after I graduated.
I think you're younger than us, right?
Yeah, I know, but still, I'm like a little embarrassed.
Sure.
I'm like I had my little flip phone.
Yeah.
My phone that got me into a bunch of trouble when I was that age, because I think about it now. I'm like, children with Snapchat can't.
Yeah, it just wasn't a thing for us.
So it was probably best that it was the whole like, okay, they're gone. See you in another life thing.
Now, how weird is that? Red Deer and Olds is like a 30-minute drive.
I know.
And we would go there for shopping literally once a week. But you had a friend that moved 30 minutes away. Gone.
Yeah.
Never to be seen again until I saw you in Olds, I think, was the next time.
Yeah, well,
came back working for Brooks.
Yeah, for sure. Like I would have came back for my brother a little bit, watching him play here and there, and then came back to Brooks a couple of different times.
What's your brother's name again?
Brett. Yeah. So he still lives in Red Deer, but he was with the Olds Grizzlies, and then he got traded to Fort McMurray.
Does your brother look similar to you?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Is he big and tall?
He's not tall, no.
You're taller.
We're pretty big boys. Yeah.
He's a married man. Calm down.
That's fine. Hey, I'm respectful, but we give credit where credit is due. Princey and family, they're a good-looking bunch.
I'm getting older, we're getting up there, that's for sure. And the grind, and we kind of, like I was saying, moved to Red Deer, and then I graduated. Wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do, and then got put into the television program. But my goal was kind of like you. Like I always wanted to get into like hockey, like no matter what. Like, I never played, junior or pro or anything like that. I had a little stint in junior.
You were a good player though.
I was, but it just it just never went. Like you go from playing in Olds to playing in Red Deer. Where this I played with guys that are in the I played with like Brandon Sutter.
Red Deer's a good minor hockey scene.
Yeah, like there's tons of guys that came out of that program, but I just wanted like same thing. I never made it, and like people would tell me like, oh well, you didn't make it in hockey, you better try something else. I'm like, I'm still gonna make it in hockey. I'm just gonna find a different way to do it.
Hey, I was not good at hockey, but I am making it in a different way. I'm having a lot more fun at it.
I joke to my dad about this all the time. I'm like, you didn't get drafted by the NHL, but I sure did. So.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's all part of it.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, it's good. I think that we all made it, guys. We're all doing pretty good things.
We all made it.
Look at us. This is as good as it gets.
I was having drinks with a couple of friends from Olds, and I was like, yeah, I'm doing a podcast with Mark Prince, and then like remember Christian Peterson, those kind of guys. Yeah. He's like, holy, what's Mark doing? So I started telling him about your pedigree of what you do for podcasts and everything. He's like, holy, I had no idea. So, it's
big leagues over here.
I do get a couple random high school DMs being like, holy shit, I was listening to this and Curfew, and that's you. I'm like, I mean, yeah, like that didn't happen overnight. Like it took me probably a decade to get here, but
what was that reference episode 3 of the podcast of here, and you will hear the whole story? Or
yeah, that's a fair assessment. I mean, I haven't done too many. I've had a couple different from this or Missing Curfew, couple podcast requests for people to come on because they think my story is really, really cool. And I mean, I'm still working away. Like we're not
keep grinding, man.
Yeah, we're not.
That's just pumping his tires.
Haven't hit the top even at FlamesNation. We haven't hit the top yet of what we're trying to do here. So
when Michela first came out to say, she's like, yeah, I'm doing this podcast with this guy.
Are you about to throw me under the bus?
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna
okay, I give you permission. Throw me under the bus.
She goes, I really I kind of crush on him hard.
Yeah.
Like, and I know he's married.
I will admit that to you. And then I was
so
he's a lockdown man.
And I'm just like,
your wife, she's also a bombshell. So.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, there you go.
And I think I deadpan over him like, I think I had a crush on him first.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She's like, Mark? And I'm like,
I think we high-fived each other. I'm pretty sure. We were like, yeah.
I meant mine like no homo, just a man crush.
Yeah.
Did you just say no homo?
I can say that.
You can.
Yeah, I'm allowed.
Yeah.
Free pass. That's my free pass.
I get it. 2 married men, and I'm just over here twiddling my thumbs. Nice.
But no, she's like, how do you know? I'm like, oh, way back, Michela.
Yeah. Long time ago, like 90s. Yeah.
Maybe before I was born. I was born in 95.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Yeah, we probably would have known each other in 95. Yeah, 96 probably.
Kindergarten.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm just a fetus at this point.
Yeah. 95, 96.
Back when you were a little fetus.
So I think the first year of hockey probably would have been 96 or 95.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Around that time there. Like we, I don't know. Did you ever bill it? Grizzlies and Olds? We did.
Well, we did, but not until I was like. We billeted when I was 21. I moved home.
Yeah.
I lived in Germany for a couple of years.
Right.
Moved back home and lived there while I was working for like 2 years.
Yeah.
And we billeted during that time.
Yeah.
And Jimber Lucas Grundy,
the
fighter.
Yeah.
So he's my billet bro. And we had
he beat the wheels off me.
We had
he would,
this kid's a fighter. He actually
went
to
the queue
just to fight.
Yeah.
And actually Google him after his fights on YouTube from the queue.
Yeah.
Are insane.
Yeah,
like they made some top lists for a while.
Yeah, so he was your billet.
Yeah, he once in the AJ game bit a guy's ear when he was pinned down, like just chunk it out of his ear.
Yeah,
got like 7 games suspension.
Like a feral cat.
But he's a teddy bear off the ice, but he was not on the ice.
Yeah,
something
for this thing.
Well, my brother played with him, so like I'd watch games and the Olds would be getting pounded or whatever and be like old 80s Oilers style. They would just drop the gloves and just start fighting.
If they can't beat you on the ice, they'll just beat you on the ice.
Like,
anyway, so he was my billet bro, and that was a lot of fun, and I still love the kid.
Yeah.
We hang all the time.
So I had the different, or I had billets when I was there, but I was like 8 or like 9. And like I can understand being one of those kids that like that just bugs them and just wants to play with them the whole time, and all they want to do is like sleep and like go away. But it was still it was fun. Like
such a cool part of small towns.
Yeah, that's what even I experienced that. Like I never billeted. I couldn't because I was part of the team, but like I never billeted in Brooks. But a lot of people appreciate it. And there's families out there that can't. Like we couple of them in Brooks that couldn't physically have kids or whatever, so they take a billet in every year. And sometimes they're lucky and they get a billet for 4 years, right? So they treat them like as their own.
And listen, these billet families are getting paid, but so little. That it's like they just welcome these young guys who eat like horses.
I was gonna say they get paid half of their food bill.
And it's an incredible thing. But every junior hockey team you see across the country, every AJ junior or WHL team, they all rely on billet families, and it's incredible. They all rely on volunteer boards and junior hockey. That's what always keeps me in junior hockey even now. Both my husband and I are involved. He's vice president of marketing, and I'm on the game day.
Nice.
So both on the board, but it's all about community-minded people, keeping these teams alive. There are a few bigger budget teams that can pay more staff, like a Brooks, a Blackfalds, but most of these teams rely on
all
volunteers.
It's
a cool league. We're actually chairing the AJHL showcase coming to Calgary next year.
Is it
fun? Yeah.
Oh wow.
So we'll have September 27th.
Yeah. Will they do it at a couple different rinks?
No, just Max Bell. They want to move it all to one ice now, so it's 4 days, 16 games. It'll be a lot of fun. So. Working with Tourism Calgary to bring that event here. It'll be fun.
Camrose and then Brooks, and I think Blackfalds maybe had it, or I can't remember.
Blackfalds had it last, and then before
Brooks.
that, I think it was Brooks
And
for
then
a couple years.
Then it was Camrose like every single year.
Camrose had like a 4-year deal for it.
I went out for 1 year in Camrose. Yeah, it's a crazy amount of games to have. It's unique. It's coming to Calgary. Like, I mean, it's probably good for scouts, I would think, like just more centrally located.
We're gonna partner with have a huge board putting this on, and we're partnering with the Flames, with Tourism Calgary, with a bunch of bigger partners to really make the Calgary experience different. So it'll be a great way to grow the Canucks brand, but also just grow the league here and get that better known. Right. It's a great league that way.
Yeah. So no, it's always like you and I grew up in area. Like it's not something that we just forget about. Right?
Near and dear to my heart.
It is,
for sure.
It is,
Speaking of, like you said, Brooks is an NHL rink. Have you seen the Blackfalds rink?
I have. Yeah. I think that might be nicer than Brooks.
I think the Blackfalds Bulldogs have a nicer setup than the Flames.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Hey,
their
our
dressing room
dome is pretty. She's old, but she's
she's
sturdy.
old. Gosh, that is a nice facility, though. I toured it the other day, and I was like, "Holy smokes, that's impressive."
Dressing room is nicer than
the dressing room, the player situation. Holy, that's cool. Can you imagine being a junior player in that?
No, I know. I witnessed it in Brooks, man. Like it's like
all these spoiled kids, eh?
Yeah,
I'll say that, but these are hard. Like these kids are hardworking.
Yeah,
like they get a bad rap sometimes for like being privileged and whatever else. But man, they leave their home at 16, 15. They go live with strangers. They're instantly required to volunteer, go sign autographs for kids. They do senior center things. Like they are all of a sudden from a 15-year-old at home to being some kind of.
You're a workhorse.
Yeah, you're a member of a community that you can't control, and you're always being watched, and especially in the smaller towns. And it's a crash course in growing up, and I respect them for that.
Yeah.
Honestly, Mark's been around them too. They're the nicest guys for the most part.
There's
very few.
Like, Caleb Carson was one of the nicest guys I've ever met.
Sure, he was.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. But like, I know exactly what you're talking about. I was one that organized that stuff. Be like, hey, like, I know that you guys, like, I'm not stupid. We won a game on Friday night. I'm not stupid. I know what you were doing Friday night. But guess what? You're booked to be at Canadian Tire at 9 a.m. to sign autographs.
And you better show up or you're not playing the next night.
Exactly. And that's what the coaches would say.
See,
like,
my experience with guys like this when I was in high school is they were just not, I mean, it wasn't me, but I heard about it.
Well, we don't want to down a certain organization called
let's just say they tore it up. They were doing their thing. So I'm like, it's good to hear that you guys have very positive opinions of all these
billboards. Hey, I'm sure it goes on both sides, but like I just meet nothing but outstanding young gentlemen.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Okay.
Over and over.
I'll take your word for it. Cause like I said, it wasn't my firsthand experience. But
and that happened in small towns like Olds too. You got all the one thing slip up and you hear that story for 20 years.
Of course.
What no one talks about is the 19 players did good things for 5 years in a row.
Absolutely. Yeah,
but
that's fair enough to deal with. So
I agree, man.
Well, before we kind of wrap up here, I did want to ask you,
please,
is there, you're with the Wranglers right now?
Yes.
Is the next step up the goal?
Oh,
however, I know your roadblock being the guy that's in that chair.
Yeah.
Right now.
So my hero is in my chair right now that I want eventually for sure. But no, I think Beasley is He's an icon. I think he's the best in the NHL.
Yeah.
He's been it for 25 years. So I'm not in a rush. I'm still young.
Yeah.
But it's like kind of like I just look at like a hockey interview, doing my reps, learning lots. I think I've learned a ton this year. Getting the nerves, even shaking the nerves off of the first few games. You felt it a little bit. I'm sure you
of course
still get it.
Of course. But like for me, when I listen to you, it's like your confidence is just so present now, and it's really great. Like,
I mean, the very first game they put you in is like the opening ceremony where you introduce every player.
Yeah.
So you're learning 30 players, but then you're also learning like what their hometown in Chechnya is, or wherever. There's a lot of Eastern Europeans.
The phonetic, like,
I'm not sure if Chechnya is a thing, but anyways, there's all these like. So it was a nerve-wracking experience there, but just put my reps in. Yeah. I would love the role eventually. Obviously,
just be patient. Yeah,
be patient. I think I've learned that in any of these hockey roles is like if you're young and you're looking at home, you're like, you want to get in these roles, they're long-term endeavors.
Yeah.
You're never going to get discovered from just applying. You have to be involved in some way.
Yeah.
So get involved with volunteering, get involved lower leagues, get involved with getting experience. It's not something that ever just gets handed to you.
But I do know that once you're in with this, Flames family, we'll call it, you're in and you're treated like family. And that's kind of been reinforced for me too. Right?
Yep. I think they push you to be at like a high level. Like, if I make the slightest mistake, I'm the hardest critic on myself. I'll look over to Dustin and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I think I flubbed that name." And he'll be like, "I didn't notice," but I'm noticing, and I'm trying to fix those, too. Right? So,
what's the hardest name to say on the Wranglers?
Wranglers aren't so hard for me anymore. Like Slovyov was hard for people. I've struggled with him. Milosh, because it's very easy to go Milosh, but it's Milosh apparently. Here's the other thing is when I first looked into them, I was like, okay, I'm going to watch the AHL videos and watch other commentators say their names. But American Hockey League is American and they butcher so many names. They're like, hey, it's Peltier and all these like, they can't say French and they don't like to learn Eastern European. So I didn't get a lot of that. But now it's good. I've got our team, obviously, under wraps, but the visiting teams, there's always
sometimes
a few.
There's some wild cards. We'll sit there in the meetings and be like, sorry, how does that one say? Like,
I have a strategy. I first go over to Sandra Persina. We chat, and she's got them all like phonetically spelled out. So I'll ask her, and the visiting team broadcast is often there, so you can ask them. And then I've also learned from Beasley, which is like if he doesn't know, you just kind of get a little bit quietly, and then you just kind of mumble a little bit, and it's fine because you're a PA announcer, you're not the broadcaster, and you don't have to give that team respect. So if they score a goal, you can just mumble a little bit. You can go real quiet if you want. It's all about pumping the home team. So.
Yeah, you're not giving the full energy to the other guys, but
to answer your question, Mark, I would pee my pants to have that opportunity.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I mean,
we're waiting for our call up. Hey,
you get your call up all the time.
This season, I got a lot of call ups. I did.
Listen,
but there've been, I've put in 5 years.
You've deserved. Yeah. Was your first Game of Flames game though? Like you went right to the top, didn't you? As you deserve to.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was.
See, a lot of our relationship is just pumping each other's tires back and forth.
We love each other. We really do.
It's fair enough.
Oh my gosh. No, Lyle, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Guys, it's an honor to be here. I love it. I think your first review.
Well, the other thing too is if you listen to the start of the show, that's Lyle. Show.
And I think that was so much fun too.
I heard you were a little upset when the recording didn't go through one episode.
I just asked. I was like, Michela,
you're like, did you cut?
Give it to me straight. Was I cut already? I'll re-record if you want. She's like, no, I think it was an editing error.
It was an upload error that did not happen, and I think I've corrected everyone since. So no, it's been good.
Wasn't upset. I was just curious if I could be better.
But let's see. Let's see how this playoff run goes with the Wranglers. We might have to have you come in again because we got a close connection with the Wranglers. You obviously see every game. You'll be at every game too. So
always happy to chat the hockey side of Wranglers as well a bit more.
Exactly. That's something we probably don't do a whole lot of at FlamesNation. We got the big club, but we're going to shift to the Wranglers when the Flames eventually get bounced from the regular season, which could happen. I think it actually could happen tonight.
No, tonight,
someone told me, I could be completely wrong, and trust me, I'll be reminded if I'm wrong. I think if Winnipeg wins their next game and we lose, we're done. I think
it's getting close. Like it's 4 points, right? And then you're the tie break. They do play Winnipeg once though.
I
So
know, but I think we've already lost the tiebreak or something.
last time I checked, it was like a 6% chance.
Yeah, it went from like 40 to 6.
Can I do any hot sports tips? Are we allowed to do that betting wise?
Oh, yeah.
You can bet on the Wranglers, eh?
Like,
Just so you know, on Play Alberta, it's a safe bet.
okay.
Yeah, if you're looking for just safe money,
Yeah.
not great odds, but it's a safe
On
bet.
the Wranglers.
Yeah.
They're always just winning.
I'll
Okay.
always bet on
Yeah.
that team, but I mean, I don't gamble, so.
But yeah, pick a parlay with a couple like other slam dunk AHL games. It's a fun
Yeah.
way to really less upsets. I'll put it that way.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
and
Did
come
not
to
know
a
that.
game and hang out with the wrecking crew. We're always scattered around the dome, and
Have you been to a game yet?
I haven't. No,
Mark.
unfortunately. I know. I
Come
know.
on.
I know. I haven't.
With
I tried to-
Michela's connection now, you haven't come to one game.
No, she
All
hasn't
right.
offered
he's
to bring me.
a busy boy. Though. He's got a
yeah.
family.
Unfortunately, I'm a very, very busy guy with.
Bring the whole family though.
I can't even-
Well, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think we tried, but my son slept too long. It was nap time, and because I got a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. So,
Congrats.
yeah, thank you very much. And yeah, it's definitely not easy some days. 2 kids under 3, but that's the way it goes. But
Well, if you come to Wranglers game, we'll make sure you have a behind the scenes experience.
Yeah.
well, I didn't know there was the game at 1 p.m. on Friday. Like that would be the ideal one.
Hockey hooky.
Yeah.
What it's called. And,
Well, and a new
so-
mascot on Friday. So
Yeah. Well, we'll have to watch for that in Flames Nation. Though.
what will it be, Michela? We don't know.
I don't know. Who knows? I've only seen the teasers, but I'm very excited.
Anyways, thank you, Lyle.
Thank you,
Appreciate
guys. Keep
joining
it
us
up.
in the Oodle Noodle studio. Glad to be back. We needed a little reset last week. Got a lot of stuff going on, some more stuff going on with Flames Nation. So glad to have Lyle in studio. We'll have you again. Appreciate it. This has been a fantastic episode of Flames Nation Citizens. Like and subscribe. Apple Podcast, Spotify. Hit up that Flames Nation YouTube channel. That thing is pumping out a whole lot of content right now, and we're just hoping to add to it. So, Lyle, appreciate it, man. Michela, good as always.
I'm doing good. Yeah. Thanks so much,
This
everybody.
has been
We will
another episode of Flames Nation Citizens.
see you next week.
That's
a wrap.
How long was that? Hour and 5 minutes. Oh, you guys.
Yeah.
It flies by. doesn't it?
Oh, it does, yeah.
Sure does.
Beer was empty.
That was lovely. That was a nice little chit chat. I think we did good.
Yeah, I would listen to it. So
You're like, I'm gonna listen to it like as soon as it's out. Oh my gosh. And I think that we handled the pride conversation pretty good,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he's like, it's like a thing. I mean, it's not something that, I don't know. I don't